I want to make sure that there is no student that is kept away from these programs. They should have every opportunity to attend winter and summer extensions, just like anyone that can afford to pay $250. I think it was rolled out ineffectively. I think that there should have been more communication, more participatory type of a process, and that the students and faculty members should have been considered, that students that are barely able to make it, that are barely surviving, that their stories were heard during this process. I understand, though, that the community college is looking for ways to come back from this budget crisis, from years of budget cuts. So I understand why they might want to try this. I just think it was the wrong way to roll it out. I think that it might be keeping students from these classes, and I want to make sure that every student, again, has affordable and attainable opportunities for education and innovative programs that are going to lead to good living wage jobs. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella. We will now move on to question 3. Jeffrey Kellogg, you will be responding first. Recent budget cuts to essential student support services such as academic and crisis counseling, health services, and online support staff have left students feeling frustrated and neglected as they are consistently unable to get the assistance they need on campus when attempting to call campus or accessing the LBCC website. What are your plans to make sure that students and the LBCC community are included and seriously considered in LBCC funding decisions?
Well, they're not the only ones frustrated when you have situations like this, when you have lack of funding. But let me talk about what we are doing at Long Beach City College. You've heard about a couple programs, and I can't go into much detail on it, but the Promise Pathways, College Promise, the programs we have with Goldman Sachs, the promises we have with the different organizations throughout the country, which has picked this college to help with student success. We've been working on programs to help with access, student success. We continue to send money in that direction. We're going to continue to do so. We're now attempting to hire 50 new full-time faculty members so we can hire them in the areas that we have the greatest demand by students. It's not becoming a transfer institution, ladies and gentlemen. Long Beach City College is not to the level of transfer institutions of a Santa Monica or a Pasadena, which are your traditional transfers. Also, and I'm sorry about deviating from the question a little bit, but Long Beach City College still has one of the largest amount of vocational education in the state of California among community colleges. They still do. If you want to take welding, take welding. If you want to take sheet metal, take it. You just can't get a certificate. We still offer 59 certificates in vocational education, just not those 11 certificates. The reason why, because I hear this, and I hear about Prop 30 too. Prop 30 was a backfill for a portion of a budget, a previous budget, a backfill of a portion. It didn't fill all our promises. And to sit there and say about the budget that the governor just proposed, that's only his budget. It hasn't gone through the entire legislative process. So I hear all these things coming up, and I always tell people the devil's in the details. And we're working to improve student success. We're improving to help. But I don't want people to walk away from here thinking that we don't offer things at this college. We're still, and the vision of this college is the mission of the college, and that hasn't changed one bit. And if anyone wants to get into a heavy, detailed debate on that, I'd be more than happy to. But we're sort of touching like rocks on a lake and just saying things that just aren't true. This college still is a leader.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Now on to Sunny.
I certainly think we need to expand on our students' support services, and I plan on focusing on that. And I think it's great if we can, my commitment is to work with the students and not unilaterally assume what they want. I think it's important to receive their input, see what's important to them. You know, student health services is critical, disabled students. I gotta tell you, I talk to voters and it's heartbreaking, the lack of support that disabled students are getting, or lack thereof. I plan to work with those students and make sure that they're taken care of, because then again, you know, they're our clientele and we need to focus on that. You know, I understand that the Prop 30 is not a panacea, but I also understand that there's always room to recover savings. It currently exists in what I can tell of the current budget. And I plan on working on that. I plan on creating partnerships in support of the students so we can have those support services. One of the things I want to do is all these contractors that have business with us, why not have a reciprocity factor where they hire our students? They allow for internship. Small business enterprise and the small business groups that work with us, we can bake that in our contract provisions. Those are really proactive. I think they're innovative. It's not just ideologies and ideas. It's concrete, specific plan, and that's the distinction between me and my opponent that you'll see, and I plan on doing that for the students. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunny. Virginia, your response.
I come from a student services background. Student activities that I was in for 8 years was part of student services. So that's really important to me. Scholarships is part of student services. And 85% of the budget is salaries and benefits. So that means we only have 15% of the budget to help with services. A good example of what I've done, again, and I believe in doing things, not talking about them, is we just got a grant from the Harbor Regional Center. This is our 3rd year of this grant. It's called College to Career. It helps autistic students who are very, very bright, and we pay for coaches, educational coaches. The head of the program is Shauna Hageman. Shauna is a DSPS counselor. We have enough money from this grant that we backfill her job so that more DSPS counselors can be funded with this money while she is helping with this College to Career grant. If you would meet these students, it would really warm your heart. They're involved in accounting and child development and all the culinary arts, all different programs on campus. These are the answers to help with student support services, to find grants outside the college and bring those services. I read 1,500 scholarship applications a year, and students do talk about the situations that they have. The scholarship committee, which is made up of faculty, we try to meet those challenges. We try to help those students, again, through private enterprise, through private scholarships. And so those are the kinds of things that are helped. Foundation grants have helped fund things in the student health area. For 3 years in a row, we've given them funds. So again, there are ways to help. If the budget does not provide for opportunities, private enterprise can come in and help. And we are very grateful because we have wonderful donors who want to see the college succeed.
Thank you, Virginia. Marshall, your response.
Well, I kind of echo what a lot of people have said. You know, it seems like the support services and the staff, the classified staff here, have been cut to the bone, to the point where students don't get the things that they need. One of the programs that I visited recently is the Adapted Physical Education program, and that program is being threatened. In fact, almost all the programs at the college that really serve the community are being threatened here because of the way that the board and the administration feel that they want the direction of the college to go. And let me just say something. I'm glad that my opponent said something about welding. In order to get a welding certificate at Long Beach City College, you have to take 16 courses. Right now, there's 2 offered. They're basic welding courses. Nobody can get a job with 2 welding courses. There's 6 courses in arc welding. Can you imagine somebody going out to the new Vincent Thomas Bridge and with two courses in welding at Long Beach City College and making a weld and having that bridge just fall into the harbor? I mean, is that the kind of leadership that we want to have at our college? Misleading the public about what kind of cuts have been happening to our students and to our people who want to be part of the middle class, that need a chance, that don't want to spend $25,000 at these private colleges that are mills and get substandard education. They want to get the real thing. The welding program could be brought back tomorrow. 50 new faculty members could be, some of those faculty members could be welding people, and that's what I would do if I am elected to the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Marshall. Stella, your response.
Now, if you were here earlier, you got a chance to listen to the Long Beach Unified School District candidates. And they talked about something called local control funding formula. So I want to make sure that as the next Board of Trustee for District 3, that I'm working very closely with these individuals to make sure that that money is being spent effectively. Because guess what? That is going to help our students be more successful in the long run at our community colleges. Okay? If there's remedial programs, if there's tutoring, if there's counseling, if there's a good orientation and onboarding process, that's going to make a huge difference when they step on the foot of this campus. I also want to make sure that our staff has access to professional development so that they give better service to our students. I heard from one of the students that there's one health services counselor, and I'm sure this person is overwhelmed. So let's hire some more people back. Let's get them trained to effectively serve our students. Not all students are made the same. They come from different places. If they come from District 3, they're probably coming from a family that lives at or near poverty. 25% of our families live in poverty. 11% of those families or some of those individuals are unemployed. So we need to make sure that we're addressing those issues. Also as well, I want to talk about participatory budgeting. Make sure that, again, that students and faculty and the community see where the money is going, what types of programs are being created or being cut, and make sure that they're part of that process. Talking about doing something and actually having done it, that's the difference between my opponent and I. I've started student groups all over Southern California campuses to help connect people to good jobs, good education. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella. Greg, your response.
Let's put some facts to the issue here. In the past 3 years, 102 classified staff members lost their jobs. And the few that were rehired came back to jobs that was 80% or 50% jobs without benefits. For the first time in our 86-year history of this college, 11 faculty members lost their jobs with the vocational program cuts, and 3 additional faculty members retired because they had the time on the job to retire. We lost dozens of adjunct faculty members because they're at-will employees. No classes, they're gone. But on the other hand, we had a vice president last year that received a $20,000 pay raise. That person gave a campaign party, but it wasn't for me, for my campaign. We have a president who automatically gets a $15,000 a year pay increase, a bonus. He lives less than 5 miles from the LAC campus. He gets $2,500 a month in mileage reimbursement. When he was hired, he lived in the area. We give him $2,000 a month for his housing allowance. Folks, we're on different boats here. One boat is living the good life. The other boat is going down to the river of despair. We have to change those dynamics here at Long Beach City College and be fair to all. Shared governance is a way we can reach that. We have to listen. We have to be fair for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. We will now be moving on to question 4. Sunny, you will be beginning with the response. Many students at Long Beach City College have no contact with or awareness of their board representatives. What specifically will you do to make yourself more visible and accessible to the student body and the LBCC community?
Well, like I said, I think students are the heart of our community college. I will make myself accessible and visible, as I have been, not just through my background in the community, but also working with the students elsewhere. I think it's important that we have monthly meetings, talk to the students and the faculty and others, the community members. Like I said initially, I plan on putting together a task force that we could together work on problems and not just talk about it. Be it students, be it faculty, be it staff, and the members of the community. This is a communities college. This isn't my city college alone. I really want to make sure that if a student has an issue, they don't feel like they're going to be intimidated or they're going to be fear tactics. They're going to be empowered. We need to empower our students. They deserve it. Instead of constantly being in the state of, oh, should I voice my concern? Is there going to be a backlash? Is there going to be a retaliation? That's been my experience with the students that I've met, and I think we need to change that. We need to empower our students and empower them in tangible ways, in making sure that they're career ready, they're college ready, four-year institution if you want to go to the four-year institution, and make sure that they have every opportunity possible in this city and beyond to find out about it and be involved through us as the public servants on the Board of Trustees. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunny. Virginia, your response?
First of all, I think I'm a very accessible person. People come up to me in the community and talk to me about Long Beach City College. I'm on a number of organizations, the Ronald McDonald House, the California Conference for Equality and Justice, California Retired Teachers, Long Beach Rotary, AAUW, a whole bunch of organizations. What that allows me to do is to be out in the community and listen to community people. Conversely, I'm also on campus. I'm the luckiest person in the world because I come here to work every day because I work for the Long Beach City College Foundation. I do not work for Long Beach City College. So I am accessible to people, and I have to tell you, people call me, and all of you are more than welcome to call me in my office and talk to me about whatever your issue is. But there's also chains of command. And you don't start at the college board level, you start at the first level. But I have to tell you, if you don't get justice, if somebody is not listening to you, then you do need to come and you do need to have an advocate. And that's, I think, what the board is here for. But we're also here to ensure that your money is spent wisely, that your tax dollars are being used to the best of your ability. And also, we need to listen to the community. 2 weeks ago, I went to a community meeting about the parking around Long Beach City College. And folks, there are not happy people. Your neighbors are not happy. And the reason is because students are parking on Clark and in the neighborhood there. I want to see how we can work together to solve this issue. Find out, why don't students park? Do you know we have over 6,000 parking spaces on campus? They are never fully full of students, but yet the students park on the street. I want to hear why. I want to see how I can fix that. I want to see how I can help that. Thank you.
Thank you, Virginia. Marshall, your response.
Well, one of the things about the Board of Trustees of Long Beach City College is that it seems like there's nothing happening. There's this, for instance, this gathering here is the only debate or the only forum for Long Beach City College, and this is a very important election. This is a key election. A lot of positions are up. There's a lot of differences in the way we look at the way the college should go, and yet no community groups, no newspaper, League of Women Voters, nobody has said we need to have a forum like this. So I really commend the students for doing this. This is absolutely wonderful. As a person, I want to be accessible to the faculty, to the staff, to the students, and I will meet with them anytime. My phone number's on all my literature, and I will be accessible. The other thing is that I think that Long Beach City College needs to enter the community that I live in also. One of the things that happened in our community was Al Austin had a meeting and Steve Neal had a meeting up in North Long Beach because Jordan High School wasn't going to have a summer program. And what are we going to do about the crime? Well, I think there's things that could be done. If a board representative showed up, not only the Board of Trustees of Long Beach City College, but also the school board. Why couldn't we work this stuff out as elected officials to work and come up with solutions? Because we don't want to be isolated. This is not just an isolated little island. This is all part of a community. And Somebody famous said it, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. Thank you.
Thank you, Marshall. Stella, your response.
I don't know if this is possible, but do Board of Trustees have on-campus offices or on a weekly and monthly basis with students, with faculty, with concerned community members? I'd like to see that happen. I'd also like to have quarterly town halls, both at the college, but also in our community, so that those communities that can't get here get that information firsthand from me. I would also, I'd also like to take those skills and that knowledge that students are building right here in the college and put them to use back in our community. I serve on several steering committees, the Long Beach Coalition for Good Jobs, Building Healthy Communities. I serve women in non-traditional employment roles on their board of directors. I'm the president of Green Education Incorporated. I've started a number of groups in our community, and boy, we could use the students' talents and skills and knowledge to help drive change in our community. What a great way to, again, put that skill to work and to see those results firsthand. So that's how I would make more contact with my students and faculty. I would want to make sure that they trust me, that they know that I have their best interest at heart, and I'm going to do that by all of the things that I just mentioned. And again, just make myself available to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella. Greg, your response.
I would start by attending many of the student government meetings that are held here at both of our campuses to get the views of our students as well as our community. Also, go to our churches located in our communities to take the message of Long Beach City College and also to get the input of our community members from the churches. Also, I would make community outreach meetings that are held in our different communities. Keep in mind that the District 5 is part of Lakewood and part of Long Beach. I will also walk about the campuses and make classroom visits. Also, as for our organizations, I would take this message to the different organizations that I currently belong to or have served on, such as the American Red Cross at the local level, statewide level, the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank, where I serve as a board member and now appointed to the advisory board, as a chair and board member of the Santa Monica City Employees Credit Union, as a co-chair of the Taste of Lakewood, which occurs every year, their big. Also, as a board member of the Friends of the Lakewood Libraries. And also, I chair a regional food bank of those who have distress in food. So there's many ways we can reach out and take the message of Long Beach City College to the community and also to receive the input. And I look forward to that challenge. I look forward to making myself accessible, and I thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Jeffrey, your response.
Well, I'm going to go very quickly now because on this question, it's a general question. I think I've done a very good job of doing outreach. I make myself available to whether it be classroom, students, different events. I've been doing that. I'll continue to do that. It's critical to do that. And so I feel that that's an important part as a role of trustee, and I embrace that. What I want now, very quickly, as it seems to be going on, I want to touch on a few things because I've heard it way too many times. Heard about welding again. The reason I mentioned the fact that after college, I became a manual laborer. I did welding, part of an oil drilling company. I know what welders need and don't need. And when we went through the process, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, when these programs were reviewed, we talked to potential employers. And they told us, and the students told us, they need the class, they don't need the certificate for that particular program, welding. Other programs, the other 59 that we currently have, it's a different scenario. But I want to also give you this factual number. At the last 6 years, approximately 2,500 students were involved in those 11 certificate programs. Out of those 2,500 students over the past 6 years, they generated 83 certificates, or 3%. Now, when you have financial difficulties and when you're given direction to take the least impacted courses, that's what happens. But we talked to the employers and we asked them those questions, and they did that. So don't think we just made these decisions just because. There was a process and we figured it out. And that's what happened there. Eli Oakley has not gotten a raise. If I hear that one more time, we just redid his contract. If you want to show me that contract, because I helped write it, it was a rollover. There's no 4% increase in there automatically. There's no these other incentives. We did that a year ago. I'm the one that helped do it. So I get tired of hearing that. The VP that we talk about, we consolidated a position, executive VP. So essentially we saved $170,000 of our administrative costs, but we gave the person a $20,000 increase to take over many of those responsibilities. So however you want to look at it, the facts and the details, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Jeffrey. We will now move to closing statements, and we will start with Virginia Baxter.
First of all, I want to applaud the Community Engagement Club. This is so impressive. And Jessica in particular, very organized. I'm impressed. I know I'm giving away my time being nice, but anyway, with the whole organization, and thank you very much. I care about Long Beach City College. As I said, I've spent my whole career here, and I am a problem solver. That's what I think my role as a board member will be, to bring consensus and to solve problems. I care about students. I care about the faculty. I've shown that, I've demonstrated that by providing scholarship and grants to faculty. We have 11 associate groups. We raise money for different areas. By the way, one of them adapted physical education, which has been around for 25 years. We are one of the support groups of that disabled program. We have given grants over $800,000 to different departments on campus. I believe what Jeff has said a great deal. When they decided to cut those programs, they went through a very strategic listing of where the jobs are, how much we were being reimbursed by the state of California, and how many students got certificates and associate degrees. So there is a process to follow. And I expect as a board member that I will follow processes. I will listen to people, but I will also follow processes and make sure that the taxpayers' dollars are wisely spent, that the students receive the best possible education. My family, my dad was an immigrant, didn't graduate from high school. My mother's a high school graduate.
Thank you, Virginia. Marshall, your closing statement.
See, I just, yeah, this is interesting because the process, okay, I actually have a quote from Jerry Shipsky, and it says, I asked Luann Bynum if a market survey was done about the closing of the aviation program, and she was told no. So I don't believe the process. I don't believe in that process. I don't believe that a process was done. One of the problems we have at Long Beach City College is we're too successful. One of the reasons that only 23 certificates, which I would have to look into that a lot, is that people were getting jobs. They were getting jobs. Shouldn't the success of a vocational program be the end result, a job? And is there a way to extend the programs to nights, weekends, so the students can come back and maybe get their certificates, finish their certificates at a different time? But nobody's thinking about those things. These are very, very, very successful programs that enable our young people to become part of the middle class. And you know what's happening to the middle class in this country. So this is part of the mission, I believe. Let me just tell you what's happening, and I've met with Southern California Edison, and they're very upset about the refrigeration, heating, and air conditioning program because they need those people. Mercedes-Benz is coming to town. We're gonna need a lot of people that know how to do automotive technical things. 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 mayoral candidates said they want to restore vocational programs. I believe that the city of Long Beach will help us. So that is all part of what I feel that my contribution can be to this College Board. Thank you.
Thank you, Marshall. Now to Stella for her closing statement.
Thank you again to the Community Engagement Club and to all of the community members that came out today. I really appreciate this opportunity. I talked about someone, a student, giving me some advice, and it just struck me. It said, just be honest, involve us, tell us the truth, tell us when it can't be done, fight for us when it can, work across the aisle, because you're only one person and you alone cannot change this landscape. It just struck me. And so, thinking about this comment and this belief, I think about all the skills that this person needs, like honesty, empathy, customer focus, emotional intelligence, organizational composure, conflict management, and the ability to stand alone. These are all skills that an effective Board of Trustee must possess in order to be successful. I am that person. The things that I do in my community every day are examples of that and where I've honed my skills. I fight for living wage for hotel workers. I educate our communities about environmental health. I help launch student groups that are connected to green building industries, to energy efficiency and solar energy industries. I create workshops and facilitate these free of charge to anyone that wants to attend, to community members across Long Beach and across Southern California. I became the president of a local sustainability-focused nonprofit. I founded the Southern California Green Economic Council, and I actually brought companies in, green industries in, to talk to community members, to share with them what this was all about. So by getting elected to serve as Area 3 Board of Trustee, I'll gain the opportunity to use all of this experience and knowledge to effectively serve the community. By electing me to this office, voters will send a very loud and clear message that we want tried and true community members to sit at the table and not just a passerby with good intentions. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella. Now to Greg Slaughter for his closing statement.
My friends, we have reached a crossroad at Long Beach City College. Will we continue to follow a path where shared governance is ignored by our Board of Trustees, where our student leadership is suppressed and ignored, where community concerns are barely considered? I offer a new direction. I will not be another rubber stamp. I promise change. I promise open transparency on our board meetings and decisions. I will listen to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. On to Jeffrey Kellogg for his closing statement.
Well, thank you very much. I want to touch on a few items as, again, a recap. I appreciate the fact my opponents sort of supported what I was talking about. The people in welding got jobs. They didn't get a certificate, got a job. They took the courses and got a job. That's when we talk to people. Now, I don't know the world according to Jerry Shipsky and what she said or didn't say, but that's part of the process. That's why you have advisory committees with all the vocational work. You're required to do that. So we try to get our curriculum to help students get good jobs in this new economy. That's why we're trying to change some of our curriculum to address issues like cybersecurity, a very good area to move into. That's what we're doing. I've heard also about doing internships. We have it here. The Innovation Fund of America, part of that program, that Long Beach City College is one of 3 colleges nationwide who they've gone to implement that program. Part of it is an internship program for students, paying internships. So I hear all these things people talk about. I also heard adapted PE. That's a regulatory issue with the Board of Governors. It's not something here. And so I appreciate the opportunity to come in and really, as I tell people, the devil's in the details. To be a candidate, you can make lots of promises. As a board member, you got to deal with the realities. And the realities have not been easy, but I have to tell you, this college is one of the finest colleges in the state of California and in this nation because of the people here and what we've done. And we're going to continue to do that and fulfill our mission. And that mission is very broad, but I feel very confident we're going to continue that. I'm concerned about some of the comments I heard. I know my opponent made a comment one time about running Eloy Oakley out of town. Now, some of you may agree with that. But that's not the kind of language I want to hear. How are we going to move together to make this a better place? So I look forward to working with some of the people here to continue this college. I'm proud of Long Beach City College, and I'm proud to be a member of the board, and we've done a lot of good things to make this college even better. Thank you all very much for at least coming here and listening.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Now to Sunny Zia for her closing statement.
Well, I'd like to echo the comments about congratulating you guys. It's definitely laudable. Well, I could tell you I'm not a career politician or a politician, period. The reason I'm running for this position is because of the students. They inspire me. They're the reason why this fight, this race is worth it. And I will fight for them. I will fight for you because I believe that every one of you should have the opportunity of the American dream and access to affordable education. We are a country for liberty and justice for all. Let's not take that away. And that's what I will be fighting for, and that's the representative you're gonna have. You know, it's one thing to say honesty and, you know, all feel good ideas. It's another to do something about it. Our students want action, solutions. That's what I can promise you. Environmental justice, let me tell you about my environmental justice work as a tangible touch point. I spearheaded a cleanup of 80 acres in Port of Long Beach, PRA West, okay? And I recovered $38 million from the big bad oil company. That's one tangible touch point. That's the kind of results that I'm talking about. That's the kind of problem solving and consensus building that I will bring to the table. And I'm a penny pincher. I'll find the money. That's my job. The other thing I wanted to talk about, there's a lot of talk about scholarships. And although I respect the perspective, I think we can't raise money to have students cut in line. The money should be raised for the base unit price, $46 a unit, not $250 a unit. And the welding, you know, I take exception to that. As an employer, we would never hire a welder that's just taking courses.
Your
Thank
time
you.
is I'd like to thank all of our candidates for being here, participating in our forum, and for all being very mindful of your time responses. I'd like to turn your attention now to Amanda for our club's closing statement.
We hope that you found the forum informative and educational. Elections will be held on April 8th. Less than 20% of Long Beach votes in these local elections, and often the lowest percentages of voter turnout are seen in school board elections. If there ever was a time when your vote mattered, that would be this election. The Community Engagement Club hopes that this forum has helped you all learn more about these candidates and encourages you not only to vote, but to be engaged and ask important questions on issues that matter to each of you. We once again thank all who have so generously contributed to this event and extend our gratitude to everyone for attending tonight. We will now begin the meet and greet portion of our event. We invite you to enjoy the refreshments, including pizza, fruit, and Starbucks coffee at the back of the room, and to chat with the candidates. Thank you again for coming.